Number 3, how many electrons can an energy level of n equals 4 hold?
Okay, so we have the principal quantum number, we have an n value, and we're not, and you want to be sure that you differentiate between, am I being asked about
The number of orbitals,
or am I being asked for the number of electrons?
electrons. Here we are being asked for the number of electrons.
Now, the answers are going to be fairly similar,
But this is a pattern. Okay, this is a pattern answer, guys. There's a simple mathematical representation of what this number is, and it's based on n. If I was trying to calculate the number of orbitals per energy level,
I would use the setup,
n squared. Okay, n squared.
and
So if n is equal to 4, n is 4, so 4 squared, that would be 16. There would be 16 orbitals in this situation, or there could be 16 orbitals in this situation. They might not be occupied, but there could be 16 orbitals. Now, hopefully, you guys remember
that for every orbital, there's room for 2 electrons per
orbital. 2 electrons per orbital.
So for
Every one of these, I can have 2 electrons.
right? So what we would do to represent the number of
Electrons, we simply put 2n squared. Now what you want to make sure you do here before we actually plug in the number and actually calculate, make sure you're observing the order of operations here. Okay, we're going to need to do this exponent work before we do the multiplication work. Okay, so we have n is equal to 4. I'm going to plug 4 in for n here. 4 squared is 16, like we said. 16 times 2 is 32.
And so that's going to tell us
That the answer for number 3 is A. Again, you have to differentiate between, is the question asking me for the number of electrons, or is the question asking me for the number of orbitals? That'll clue you into, okay, do I use n squared or 2n squared? Past that, just make sure you're using the appropriate order of operations.